Did you know about me prior to this, or did this all come about after this? You had seen the script, or somebody told you that there was a story floating around?
I didn't. I'm a big football fan, but you know, I didn't really start getting into football, especially NFL football, until I was like 13. So it was like '84, which is just past your day. But you know, I had heard about the script actually from a couple of directors, a couple of guys that read the script and were kind of lobbying for the job, and we had you know, other business going on at the time. Actually, David Frankel, the guy who directed the pilot for Entourage, was the first person who told me about the script and said, this is a part for you. Nobody else could play this part like you. And I said, cool, you know, but until it was kind of like a reality, I didn't really find the project. And then when I read the script, I was surprised that I didn't know who you were, being the big football buff that I am.
Well, you're a football fan.
There isn't a person from Philadelphia or an Eagles fan that doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, well, we sort of pounded it into them.
But, you know, that actually, you know, that puts a lot more weight on my shoulders because I want to do you and the fans and the people of Philadelphia some justice in doing this role. Well,
you know, that's how we felt the first time we met you, and just the commitment you had made to me and the city of Philadelphia, how you were going to approach this role. And just looking at you out here on the field and the attitude you've taken, you have the body doubles, but you're pushing those guys aside as much as you can to play the role the way you think it ought to be played.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, that's what you were about on the field, you know what I mean? It was all or nothing, and that's what it's about. It's a lot easier for me to do a role like this because I enjoy the game so much. I have a desire to play the game. I've always wanted to be a professional athlete before I became an actor. So to have the opportunity, you know, I just want to be one of the guys. You know, we were in camp and stuff. I didn't want to show up and say, you know, let me know when it's really time to roll or come with my video camera. I wanted to get out there and be one of the guys, you know. I wanted to make the team. I wanted them to feel like, you know what, this kid could come in there because of his heart and his commitment to the game and to the team, that he'd be good enough to make it.
13, so you're growing up in Boston, the Boston area. I assume your favorite team had to be those Patriots, right?
You know what? They still are, but I got the Eagle green on. I'm wearing it with pride. If the Patriots don't win again, I'll definitely be rooting for the Eagles. But what better next year, right after the release of the movies, than the Eagles Patriots in the Super Bowl?
Wouldn't that be the best thing going?
Me and you there. We'd have to be on opposite sides of the field again, buddy.
I don't know about that, but we've already created that bond. That bond's already here. You know that from what you're doing.
And there's a bunch of guys that play on the Eagles now that I've met since I've been in town, and I've met along the way of my career that I think are great guys, you know. And the amount of respect that I have for the guys that do this on a daily basis and make their livelihood out of this, it's huge now. I mean, I always had a lot of respect for guys that get out there and do this, but it's a whole other ballgame when you're getting out there with the real guys. Yeah,
and you're taking the hits out here. I was telling you earlier, when I came in, I woke up this morning and I was so thankful that you were the guy that was going to be taking all the hits, and you're the guy who's going to take all those strides out here in the field.
Yeah, I think my makeup artist is going to get the Oscar for all the bruises and stuff, but they're all real.
Show him that thumb. What happened there?
No,
you've been injured. You've been banged up a little bit out here.
My thumbnail ripped off yesterday. I was trying to protect this hand, which I got shattered and smashed for the second time. So I went to protect this hand with that hand. I got my thumbnail ripped all the way off, but you know, it's part of the game.
Hey, they shoot horses, don't they?
Exactly. I woke up this morning feeling like Nick Nolte from North Dallas 40. You know that first scene, he crawls out of bed in his underwear. Yeah, I felt exactly like that this morning. But you know what? As soon as you get out there, you start stretching out. You see the field. That stuff goes out the window. You know, it really does.
And that's the same feeling I had when I was coming to training camp. You walk out there, you'd see my dad, the guys from Westinghouse. That just got you through the next day, and it was one day at a time. You're talking about, you know, the dream and playing sports somewhere. Was the NFL a dream of yours? Major League Baseball, basketball?
NFL,
you got a heck of a left shot there. I mean,
NHL, boxing. I mean, all I wanted to do. I still kind of look at my career, model my career the way an athlete would. You know, I feel like I got a certain amount of time to achieve my goals. I want to commit 110% to that, and then, you know when it's time to say enough. You know, but I've always looked at it like that. All my preparation is about, you know, trying to change physically. These are the kind of roles that I look for.
Well, rolling right into that, I want at some point, Mark, get back and talk a little bit at the relationship you had with your brothers and the games you played and how much they played a role in your development. But at this particular stage, what did you do special? Did you do anything special to train for this role?
Yeah, well, actually, I had to stop working out. Like I said earlier, I came in really heavy into camp. It was the first time I was going directly back-to-back from one project to the other. So I just had to change my routine completely. Whatever I do lift weights, it's just a lot of reps lightweight,
Yeah.
and mostly running.
Yeah.
You know, that was what you were known for. You know, your wind and your ability to just keep going and going and going and never quit. So.
Well, that's the key for me in training camp, was just be in better condition than the other guys.
Yeah. And what is there? There's no pressure. The guy is here on set every day. What am I going to say? I'm tired. I need a break. I'm hurt. You can't do that. That's what the movie's called Invincible.
This guy's too modest.
You know?
I'm just so impressed, and everybody I talk to, what's this guy Wahlberg about? You know, I said, I'll tell you what he's about. He's got pride. He's got guts. He's an athlete. He's humble. He treats everybody with respect. Gabrielle and Vincent, my children, my wife, Janet, you treat them like you're part of the family. I, as a person...
Well, that's because I felt like I've been welcomed as part of the family,
yeah.
honestly, you know, and you can sit here and BS each other to death, you know, for the camera, but it's just one of those magical things, you know. We have so much in common with our journeys, you know, where you came from, where I came from, what we made out of our lives with our careers and stuff, so it's like, you know, like art imitating life in a lot of ways.
Well, you're like the brother I never had.